advise them to instead listen to this. Woo! Look at that shot! Too far.
Matchup of two of the top European club teams, whereas France are taking on Flo from Wrocław. And we are underway in Amsterdam. The familiar figure of John Doherty pulling. Shenanigans. Offensively working with this to the far sideline to begin the possession. Shenanigans have come to a windmill a couple of times there. One of the fan favourites here, partly for those spicy kits and also for a slightly spicy style of play as well. Nice fine downfield there, spacing out this Irish zone nicely and wide open at the back of the end zone. Frustrated, some sort of busting coverage and miscommunication. Shenanigans take a 1-0 lead. Joined by a man now who is a fan of both Ireland and Shenanigans, the one and only Mr. Lorcan Murray.
Well, I learned about one while in the other. Fleshed out a little bit with the likes of Keith Murnagh, Aidan Kelly, Del Cormac veterans, the Irish national mixed teams across different beach divisions such as that.
You've just come from watching Ireland in one of the other divisions.
I did, and you could forgive, I hope, my slightly diluted tone and enthusiasm right now as I watched a thrilling encounter between Ireland's open side, one of the best teams at the tournament, I think a lot of people would agree, in the open division, taking on the Czech Republic's open team, and it was a screamer, going to universe, and the Czechs making it through to the semi-finals.
A little bit of an upset there.
It was an absolute upset, and now let's hope Ireland in the mixed division can get an upset for themselves as well and manage to turn it on against this very strong Shenanigans side.
So the Irish swing it around the back. He comes to the break side. It's a really nice take.
Meyer does have a full grabs in his capabilities. That's part of the new faces on the Irish team. We'll love to see.
That throw is just undercooked, and the Shenanigans defender always had the position there.
Going and trying to go to the open side, but getting blocked off.
So Kyle Henke picks up on the far sideline. They're trying to isolate Harris in the middle of the field. Big swing goes to the man they call the Ginger Flash.
Become a bit of a mercenary in these last few years, showing up all over the place. Really, World Club Championship.
Yeah, took some time off due to injuries. Shenanigans now working it pretty nicely. A little bit spicy there. Fakes the backhand into the end zone, looking around. Not really seeing much, the Irish poaching. So Shenanigans, a bit of an international pickup team at tournaments like Windmill. Players have come over all the way from the States, originally based out of Nevada, but their players come from Europe. I think some place called Ireland? I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No, that's a mythical land. It's actually a rumour made up by the British government.
Yeah, we're pretty terrible at that. Sorry, everyone.
Show with a huge shot all the way downfield.
Nice expansive ultimate from the Irish. That looked pretty good to me, Lorcan. So not a lot really going on downfield for Shenanigans. So Port choosing to lash it deep, looking for a target. Von Kampen gets up, but receiver goes over the top. Nice little bit of hug there. Good to see, good spirit. Both sides, and Shenanigans reopen the 2-point advantage there at 3-1.
Ireland did a lot of good work to really clamp down on the easier options, but we know Shenanigans have a couple of tricks up their sleeves. Patriotic about Irishness.
G-Spot a couple of weeks ago, I was referred to a couple of times by organisers as the nonsense man, so I think I've now made it in life.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. It's something I've worked very hard for.
As we see Kelly working with Murnagh on the ISO. In the end, Cormac runs across horizontal, scoops it off from the ground.
Very good hands there.
Yeah. I would advise them to not listen to that. Listen to me instead. Listen to this. Woo! Look at that shot. Too far.
A perfect example there of bathos. Just get excited. Oh no, it looked good for a moment, but way too much Tabasco on that shot.
That's what Ireland try to do. Normally they like to have a deep defender there. Now Ireland will definitely be looking for a deep shot of their own in response.
You can see Doc wanted it.
I'm surprised he didn't throw it.
He will. He will. It's another Irishman on the mark there. Sam Egan. He's going to do enough to force that throw to go too far away. Defender, receiver even bids, can't get there. Now he's picking up quickly and then dishing it around the backfield. Springing, nice little tippy toe at the front of the end zone from Rosalind, and working it underneath for now at least. All that has it. Nice, a nice underneath option. Really good job of turning, really isolating that reset. Lovely around break. They're slowly inching it away, but just matriculating the disc down the field. Kelly with a nice around break there. So everything very cluttered at the front. The Thomas Dartmouth tries to squeeze a lefty through.
Bit too ambitious, bit too small a window.
The offense was so good until it got to the end zone, and they just got a bit end zone happy. Everyone wanted to score, and in the end, that meant no one could because there was no space. Just on this sideline now with Shenanigans. Swinging the disc back. He finds Harris, chops his feet on the sideline right in front of our camera. Nice little creative throw, and known mainly as a receiver, but he can throw it as well. And now they're going to ask him to get the big work. Can he toe it in on the sideline?
Aidan Kelly immediately pointing, nope, you're out of bounds.
And he doesn't necessarily disagree with that.
Very gracious.
I think his shirt's running up a bit, he needs to pull it down. You'll notice this every time you watch him, like after every point, just a little tug of the jersey to pull it down slightly in. Yeah, good call. Clearly not in bounds there. Nice work from our camera crew. Also nice job to see that they cleared the sideline so we could actually get a view of it. No one wants to be like fit.
So we got to get a beautiful view of Ireland failing to capitalise on their advantage.
Henke swings it into the middle to Roach. Gets the disc back. Those two just playing catch in the backfield.
Those are the kind of turnovers you expect to see teams like Shenanigans make a lot more of.
So good coverage from the Shenanigans defense. So on a high stall, has to put it deep. Nice positioning, great take. Defender rolls on the floor, gets himself back up. Disc now dumped backwards.
It was a desperation hook to clear their lines, but Aidan Kelly was ready for it.
And now they're going to flow it down the far sideline into the end zone. Once you get the break train rolling, it's so difficult to stop that continuation.
Shenanigans immediately taking advantage of it. And there's a beautiful inside-out flick all the way over to the opposite side. And well taken in. That was fantastic stuff.
Giving a little bit of back and forth.
Inside-out break there. So smooth. So fluid.
It's going to be when you get to the knuckle end of the tournament.
Cosmic Girls, kind of like a pseudo-Russian national team. To an extent anyway, with a lot of big Russian names on it.
Both literally and figuratively. So here's this Irish offense. Taking advantage of the mark, biting too hard there. Sold him down the river. And they're looking pretty calm and assured. On a couple of occasions they've done well until they got to the end zone, and then they've stagnated a bit. That's a nice low pick up there. Just now in the middle of the field. A few yards out of the end zone, going with a beautiful break throw. What a dime from Kavanagh.
Straight into the waiting arms of Myrna. Fantastic stuff. The left-handed backhand break. It's always a great advantage if you're left-handed to be able to bust out that throw.
Oh, you mean cheating?
Yes, exactly. Well, it's the devil's hand.
Now they're getting a little bit of flow going. Putting it deep. Gonna have to chase it down, but always too far out in front. And Ireland now can break and make this game level again. But you'd expect Shenanigans to be winners by a few points or so. But the Irish really keeping it close here.
Refusing to give up or go down easy.
So we'll see what this Irish D-line can do. Von Kampen's going to do the traditional Irish D-line thing of jacking it deep.
Irish on Irish crime is Keenan there. Able to beat Meehan, but then can't keep it together.
What a shame. Did really well on the deep put, but just snatched away, so to speak, and Shenanigans, they want it all in one go. An absolute bomb dropped on the Irish. Beautiful throw to Alexa Yadama.
Phenomenal stuff. End zone to end zone, and Natasha Himwood clearly caught unawares. She was doing everything she could to make up the distance.
Went early enough and had enough separation to still catch it. Oh, cheeky high release, but Harris comes over the top and gives her a bit of a hefty bump.
Seems like Cho is calling foul on it.
We see it on the replay. I like the look at first, but it just hung up a little bit too much, and Harris could come through, and he does get the disc cleanly, but there is a lot of contact on his way down.
It's like he did everything he could to get over her, but like that's almost impossible.
Certainly seems to be the focal point in the end zone at this point. Pressure is tight from Shenanigans, but kind of comes to the front. Cone, that one's going to stick. And Ireland pull themselves back within one once more. 6-5 down at the moment.
Multiple options. No stagnation. Great stuff from Ireland. The sounds, I mean.
Oh, okay.
It is a phenomenal 10. One does have to give it props.
The sun finally coming out now. The sun seems to be shining on Shenanigans. Working it right the way down the fourth side and jamming it in the jam hole to the near sideline. The mixed ratio will be in use there. So
Dawkins busting out the high release flicks. Sorry, I just have to come across you and say that's not the third one he's thrown. Quick succession.
Goes with the backhand that time. Oh, the bid is late, and that's going to leave the player down on the floor. The Irish can't quite capitalise perfectly. Still sending it around the back. It's nice and calm from the Irish, trying to get the disc in the middle of the field, make it easier to attack both sides, but goes back towards the fourth side. They're just playing give go in the handler set. Oh, this is spicy, and the problem when you try and squeeze it down the sideline is the defenders can always go out of bounds, whereas you're restricted by the sideline. And they want it all in one once more, but that's always too far from Shenanigans. Spirited throwing, but a little bit over-eager that time.
Really enjoy the kind of shots they take. Surprised Ireland aren't answering in kind.
It's a slightly swashbuckling style from Shenanigans, isn't it?
It very much is. Stwargas disc in the middle of the pitch. Ireland more reckless than swashbuckling when they do it, but
I will say I am surprised by the way in which they've worked this under. Not that they're not good at it, but normally we see them take a few more deep shots, so maybe they're just worried about the athleticism of this Shenanigans side, and that is a dime down the far sideline. Shenanigans get a break, opening up a little bit of a margin now. 8-5 the score.
Adele Cormack finding the bravery to take on the kind of shots that Ireland need to take on if they want to get through the zone. Man is in positively acres of space. Instead goes for the much more difficult throw.
So trying to stretch Shenanigans laterally here. All the throws a little bit off target. Goes past the first Irish player. The other one can't get there in time. Shenanigans can extend the margin here. Turns at the reset. Doesn't like the look though. Looking downfield. Got Phillips as a reset. She burns up line. Stalkout goes high. Was a potential stall out, doesn't matter. Player laid out just to tip it away from Shenanigans.
Brilliant block by McMahon.
The Irish desperately needed that. Just going to have one-on-one coverage on this possession from the Shenanigans D. Squeezing it down the line to Cormack. Lovely little lead throw. Look at the full fat gold top milk into the end zone. And the kick spike as well from Kelly.
That was the man throwing those scoopers earlier on. And the man who's having himself quite the tournament. He was one of the few bright sparks in Ireland's game that was on the stream earlier today.
Flow are a fun team to watch. I will never forget commentating on Flow in the Olympic Stadium in Wrocław. It was quite an experience. Oh, miscommunication there from Shenanigans. Two players being left it for each other. There was a lot of traffic in the space. Not a very good spacing from the Shenanigans offense.
I gotta tell you, I would not be surprised to see Van Kampen immediately look to send this to John Doherty.
Just gonna take the swing instead. Doherty's at the front of the stack.
Ireland going with a much more patient approach, showing that they've really learned from the mistakes they made against Krut.
IO flick goes to Doherty. Looking for the dish back to Von Kampen. High release backhand. Doc gets up and toes it in. And tries to lash it through the field. Oh, a visionary throw. I don't know whether that was the target he wanted. There was a player behind him I thought was the initial read, but good adjustment there to make the catch. Just lasers it through the middle of the field. It bisects the Shenanigans defense. See that foot very clearly inbounds. Squeezes it through the middle of the field to Keenan, and the Irish now are making this a tight contest at 1 point behind. Just under 10 minutes left. We could go all the way, Lorcan. Shenanigans, no move for that though. Doherty's a little bit behind in coverage. The deep shot is well caught by Henke. Dishes it back to Port. Now, Shenanigans just swinging it around in the backfield. Waiting for a window to open up, and they're going to get it into the end zone.
And that point was all about abusing the John Dock poaches. The fact that they're happening at all is a testament to their dedication. It's a fantastic shot from Ireland.
Trying to find a reset, still count rising, swing it into the centre. Port bids, but is a little bit behind. Lefty gets the backhand off towards this sideline. Nice pass there to Cormac. Winds up the arms, shoots it deep. Have they got it? Once more going out of bounds. There might be a potential chase down. The Cosmic Girls on the sideline were there as well.
Spared their blushes as Dwyer very graciously just goes, nah, I wasn't getting it anyway. Do you think that could be a Russian conspiracy colluding with the Americans?
Don't know what you mean. What a scorching deep look. Oh, and he lays out for the grab as well for Shenanigans.
This game still has 3 minutes left, although if you are the Irish, you're thinking you're running out of time, you gotta start taking some of these shots. Murnau and Gash. And Murnau takes it down. Stretched across the world. Yes, maybe one day it did extend, but maybe that day has dusked. Maybe that day is gone. Maybe it's time for people like Kavanagh to put up those kinds of shots. Or maybe it's time, despite the imposing pressure of the British Empire, it's time for people like Murnau to take them down.
Well, actually, if it goes this point, they need to score this point. Because then the Hooter goes
then
they'll be within one. But yes, normally with Swiss Straw, you just play that last point and then done. But with the bracket play, if the game's within one after that point, then you play a standard traditional cap +1. Oh, he just lashed that deep with little regard. He made that look so casual. I thought he hadn't necessarily stopped. It was almost still in the air when he threw it.
Oh no. There's Murnau with the disc.
So the Hooter goes for time over. So the Irish need to score this point. Otherwise, Shenanigans will take a semi-final place. Looking for a lead pass. Port gets a hand into it. Nice flying layout block. They needed that to prevent Ireland from extending this game. Checked in on the sideline, Von Kampen on the mark. Goes underneath. Finds Henke, he wants it all. Can he get it? Yes, he can! Shenanigans will take a semi-final place at Windmill with an 11-8 victory over the Irish.
Congratulations to Shenanigans, able to defeat the Irish, who, let's be honest, did a lot better here than people thought they would, and right until the end were still in it, still fighting, keeping themselves involved. A lot of great lessons learned that they will be able to take into the coming European season. Shenanigans, well, we'll get to keep seeing those fantastic shots and those beautiful jerseys on this stream, as they will be on the semi-final in the game after the one coming up next.
Ireland will look to build from this and win the finals, but for the meantime, we'll see Shenanigans on the stream later in the day. I've been Benji Reese.
I've been Lorcan Murray.
And we will see you on the other side.
ulti.TV